and welcome to the Healing Word of the Week podcast with me, Marissa of Marissa Moments, where you might get triggered into seeing your own reflection, but it's to reconnect you to yourself and awaken the divinity within. So prepare for laughs, resonance, and accountability through true stories, channeled messages, prophetic words, and everything in between. So I hope you're ready because guess what? Here we go. So I'm coming at you hot and heavy this week, right? The word that was just put on my heart was access, right? Access. Now, here's the thing, right? So I've been working on this passion project. It's been on my heart for several years. I discussed it with my husband and all these types of things. I was like, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? You ever have a project like that or something on your heart where you're like, wouldn't it be great if we just, or wouldn't it be great if I just, or maybe you're just manifesting something for someone else to create. Now, I kind of did that with Starbucks, y'all. Now, I don't know if you've canceled them or what happened, but I'm just giving you the real, right? So years ago, during COVID, actually, I was like, you know what? I really wish Starbucks would just deliver. Why don't they just deliver, right? Now, mind you, at the time, I had a good friend who would actually be kind enough to deliver it for me. So I was kind of spoiled. And that's really what really put it on my heart. Because I was like, you know, in her absence, who's going to bring me Starbucks? Why can't they just deliver? Exo facto, just a couple of maybe months, who knows, years later, they started delivering through delivery services. Now, I'm not saying that that's not my passion project, but it's just a case in point, right? Now, the thing of it is my passion project that I'm working on right now is called The Give and Receive. It's about a free community apparel exchange, right? So it's been my vision. It's been on my heart for a while, but I just didn't feel like I could make it come to fruition. So I was a little scared. I was a little gun shy, if you will, right? Now, why am I talking about this? Because I know we all know that the word I said was access, right? Well, a lot of my fears were based in the notion of I don't have access to things. I don't know enough people. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough access. Right? And now just the other day, God, Jesus put it on my heart to say, Marissa, return to that passion project. Get it going. Get a fire under your feet. Get active behind it. Right? And I did. I got really excited. I was like, you know what? Here we go. Now, mind you, I wrote this notion down several different times in several different notebooks because I was like, I really want to do this. I just don't know how. And God was like, just do it. Swoosh, right? Now, returning back to the word access, because what does this have to do with you? What does it have to do with me? What does it have to do with we? The bottom line is we have more access than what we give ourselves credit for, than what we choose to acknowledge. The truth of the matter is we rather sit in our victim seat and mentality than actually take action. We rather sit in a perceived deficit than to put in the blood, sweat, and tears equity in order to achieve that perceived success. Now, whatever success looks like to you is going to be probably different than what it looks like to me. But the bottom line is if you can dream it, you can achieve it. You've probably heard that saying before. And it is about access. It is about action. It is about the presumption that you're already there, right? And what was also put on my heart is the notion of, let's say, God the Father, right? Because I always say I'm one of God's favorites. Now that comes with is a blessing and a curse. That means I get my proverbial God smacks right away. If I start talking about somebody, whatever I was talking about that person about is going to end up happening to me instantly, right? So now I just look and be like, Lord, forgive me, right? Because I am human. So, you know, everybody judges. But I'm saying that to say this. Whatever my Father has access to, I have access to as well, right? But we're so busy cutting ourselves off at the knees and saying that we are so limited in our reach, and yet we refuse to stretch our arms. Just think about it in your household, in your family. Now, of course, I'm not trying to trigger you. Maybe I am. But depending upon what type of parentage or what type of environment you grew up in, odds are good that your parent, whatever they had access to is what you have access to as well, right? Ever hear of family businesses? Hello, when you were born, you didn't know how to run the machines. You didn't already have all of those things, but you did, right? You already had the access to those things. That's why it's so important for us as parents, as individuals, not even just as parents, but as individuals to strive for more, to work towards our personal ascension, because that is what leads the way for future generations. That's what grants additional access to people that are coming up behind us, right? But without going on and on, the bottom line is this: you do have the access, you do have the potential, you do have everything that you need. Let me say that again. You do have everything that you need. And yes, I am trying to light a fire under you. And not just because, yes, I'm lifted on my own passion project. Well, yeah, partially, yes. But we have to move in the momentum. We have to stop looking for reasons to sink in our own perceived defeat. We have to stop creating those self-fulfilling prophecies of failure. Right? We have to acknowledge the fact that we do have access, and any perceived failure is honestly, and hear me out now, is often by our own doing, because we are continuously stopped by the first no that we get in front of our face. We are shrunken down by the fact that people we share our visions with don't have the same mentality or mindset or imagination to grasp the boldness and brilliance that you are trying to put out there. And just because you're surrounded by people with small minds doesn't mean you have to limit your own personal intellect. You have access. It is up to you to choose to move beyond that perceived gate that we all have in front of us. Guess what? Gates have latches. Guess what? God gave you the key to your own prison cell. It's up to you to choose to fly out, right? It's up to you to choose to go beyond the limitations that previous generations might have put before you. Or because you have been raised based in fear, that notion has told you that you can't do any more than what has been done before you. Ooh, did you get that? We're talking access, people. You do have access, regardless of how many people and how many times you get told no, because that word no is not it is not your end all be all. Yes, you will be told no. Yes, you will be rejected. Yes, you will be kicked out. Listen, I've been kicked out of so many places. It's funny to me now. At this point, listen, I've been kicked out of better places than this. You know what I'm saying? But yet I know I still have access to the next. Or I have the potential to have access to the next just because of who my father is, just because of how he made me, and the fact that he is raising me up to not have fear of asking the questions. Sure, my voice might quiver. Sure, I might feel intimidated in the situation, but I'm going to continue to push beyond my fears because I know at the end of the day, I do have that access. And at the end of the day, when my father has told me yes, I dare someone to tell me no. And that's all you need to go on. So if you needed a little bit of a boost today, this week, this moment, this minute, this year, then let me be the one to boost you up. Lean into my energy. I am here putting it out there for you to lean into. Understand that when you walk out the door, when you get out of the car, when you wake up in the morning, when you do whatever it is that you have to do, that you do have access. And when you walk through the world with that type of mentality, no, it's not about your own entitlement, right? We're not digging into our ego or anything like that, but we are walking in our grace. We are walking in our purpose. And that sense of divinity, that sense of royalty is your divine birthright. So remember, every time you are tempted to sit in your own laurels, be paralyzed through fear, Remember this. Yes, you do too have access. And that's it. Okay, and as always, when this message resonates, that means it is for you. And if it doesn't, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for listening. I thank you for allowing me to share this good word with you, these channeled messages, these personal real life stories, all of these things, to not only share my own personal healing, but to lend a little bit of clarity into your healing journey as well. So remember, look me up on all of social media. But when you look me up, it is Marissa Moments. And that is Marissa with one S, because like I always like to say, there is only one me. So until next time, I wish you the best day ever. Don't forget to check out all the archives. Continue to heal, continue to love, continue to evolve, continue to vibe out and grow, because this, my friends, is your season. And that's it.